What if I told you Apple might be preparing for the most unusual iPhone launch we've ever seen? Not because of a new feature or a new design, but because Apple could be changing the way it launches iPhones altogether. And if the rumors are true, the iPhone 18 lineup could look very different from what we are used to. 2026 could be a major turning point for Apple. This year's iPhone launch is expected to be the very first major product launch under Apple's new CEO John Ternus. But the leadership change isn't the only thing that's different. For the first time in years, Apple is reportedly changing its iPhone release strategy. Instead of launching the entire iPhone lineup in September, the post suggests Apple could delay the standard iPhone 18 models and potentially launch them alongside the E series and the second generation Air models early next year. That means this September, Apple's attention will be focused entirely on the premium end of the lineup. The iPhone 18 Pro, the 18 Pro Max, and perhaps the most exciting device of them all, Apple's first foldable iPhone. Starting with the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max, at first glance, these phones may look very familiar. Reports suggest Apple will keep the same overall design introduced with the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. Display sizes are expected to remain unchanged at 6.3 inches on the iPhone 18 Pro and 6.9 inches on the iPhone 18 Pro Max. However, there could be a major change on the front. Several reports indicate that Apple is working on a smaller dynamic island. The cutout could shrink from approximately 20.76mm on current models down to around 13.49mm. If that happens, it would suggest Apple finally has under-display Face ID technology ready for prime time. A smaller dynamic island would mean more screen space and cleaner viewing experience. The phones are also rumored to become slightly thicker. The iPhone 18 Pro models could measure around 8.8mm thick compared to 8.75mm on the previous generation. Realistically, most users won't even notice the difference. Another change may come to the rear design. Reports suggest Apple is updating the back glass to better match the color and finish of the aluminum chassis, creating a more seamless and premium appearance. But the biggest visual change this year may actually be the colors. Rumored colors options include dark cherry, silver, light blue, and dark grey. And honestly, dark cherry could end up being one of Apple's best pro colors yet. Now let's talk about cameras. We've already seen Apple pushing heavily into AI-powered photo editing with iOS 27. But hardware improvements may be coming too. According to reports, the iPhone 18 Pro models could feature a new variable aperture main camera. For the first time on the iPhone, users may be able to control how much light reaches the sensor. This would allow greater control over exposure while also giving photographers more flexibility with depth of field. In simple terms, more creative control, more professional looking shots, and potentially even better looking low light performance. Powering everything will reportedly be Apple's new A20 chip. The A20 is expected to be manufactured using TSMC's advanced 2nm process. That means improved performance, better efficiency, and potentially significant gains in battery life. As usual, expect Apple to push hard on AI processing, photography, gaming performance, and power efficiency. And now for the device that everyone's been waiting for, the foldable iPhone. After years of rumors, leaks, patents, and speculations, it finally looks like Apple is ready to enter the foldable market. The device is rumored to feature a shorter and wider passport-style design, similar to the original Pixel Fold rather than Samsung's taller Fold series. Reports suggest Apple could brand the device as iPhone Ultra, and the price expected to start somewhere around $2,000 to $2,500, making it one of the most expensive iPhones ever released. But Apple appears to be targeting one major problem that has affected nearly every foldable phone so far: the crease. Reports claim this could be one of the first foldables on the market with an almost invisible crease. A major reason for that is Apple's rumored liquid metal hinge design. The advanced hinge mechanism is expected to distribute stress more evenly across the display, reducing the visible crease effect when unfolded. As for the cameras, the foldable is rumored to include a 48MP main camera and a 48MP ultra-wide camera. On the outer display, Apple is expected to include a single camera cutout for selfies and video calls. And despite being a foldable, this device could be incredibly thin. When unfolded, reports suggest the phone could measure around 4.5mm. For comparison, the iPhone Air measures around 5.6mm. That would make Apple's foldable one of the thinnest phones ever created. However, the thin design comes with a compromise: Face ID. According to current reports, the foldable may not include Face ID due to additional space required for the sensor system. Instead, Apple could bring back something many long-time users still love: Touch ID, integrated directly into the power button, a feature we haven't seen on a flagship iPhone in years. Powering the foldable could be Apple's new A20 Pro chip paired with the company's in-house C2 modem. The C2 modem is expected to improve connectivity while reducing power consumption, helping offset the battery challenges that come with an ultra-thin foldable device. So this year's iPhone launch won't be another annual upgrade. It's the first iPhone launch under CEO John Ternus. Apple may be splitting its release schedule for the first time. The Pro models are getting meaningful camera and display improvements. And after years of waiting, the foldable iPhone finally appears ready to become a reality. But the big question is, would you buy Apple's first foldable iPhone for around $2,500? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, as we'll be covering a lot of tech here on Visex. Make sure to follow us on Instagram for the latest tech updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.